In the late summer of 1861, the Confederate Army launched an effort to reclaim the Kanawha Valley, held by the Union since July, in an attempt to prevent West Virginia's separation from Virginia. After a small victory against the Union at Kessler's Cross Lanes, Confederate Brigadier General Floyd retreated to the rim of the Gauley River Canyon and established an entrenched encampment with about 2,000 men around the Henry Patterson Farm, which overlooked Carnifex Ferry. On September 10, 1861, Union General Rosecrans attacked the Confederate position at Carnifex Ferry. Though losses were much heavier for the Union, they eventually repulsed the Confederates, who under Floyd's command withdrew from their entrenchment under the cover of darkness. This victory granted the security of the loyal Unionist government at Wheeling, Virginia, and was a crucial step in the founding of West Virginia. It should come as no surprise there are numerous reports of the battlefield being haunted. People say that if you visit Carnifex Ferry late at night, you can hear the battle still raging on. There were reports of cannon fire, gunshots, people screaming, and the voices of soldiers who died for their beliefs on the battleground. And we're here to investigate these claims.
They say a storm's a-comin', a dark and stormy night. There's something living in the mountains, something calling from the skies. I guess one might just say it's a weird and wonderful life. When you share your home with monsters, Mothman and the Bigfoot too, you'd better watch out where you're going, golly gobbler might get you. You can run, but you can't hide from this weird and wonderful life.
But first, we want to enjoy Carnifex Ferry for what it has become today, a beautiful, sprawling piece of land that invites visitors to share in its serenity. You can enjoy nature by taking a nice hike through the woods, which will reward you with some amazing views and even some scenic overlooks. If you have kids, they'll certainly enjoy the playground area and horseshoe pits.
And let's not forget the Henry Patterson House, which was abandoned by the Patterson family once the battle began. And for good reason, as it still carries the scars of a battle fought 160 years ago. Now it serves as a small museum for the Civil War battle that happened here, and displays artifacts that have been collected on the property over the years. There's also a small gift shop if you'd like to take home a souvenir.
Still, you can't spend all of your time at a haunted battleground. Well, I guess you could, but that'd just be weird. And maybe wonderful. But either way, while you're in the area, we suggest you also check out Summersville Lake. There's plenty of entry points where you can take a dip, drop in a kayak, go boating, jet ski, lay on the beach, go snorkeling, etc. It's only a few minutes away, so check it out. And did you know, despite being a landlocked state, West Virginia has a lighthouse? It's true, and the story behind it is fascinating. Check it out, go on the tour, and you'll hear the story for yourself. It's only 10 minutes away from the battlefield, so what are you waiting for?
Are you hungry yet? Well, when you're ready to snag a bite, you have to go to the Drennan Dairy Bar. After a day at the lake, there's absolutely nothing better than a burger and fries. And okay, maybe a little bit of ice cream too. They have all of your favorite offerings from a burger shack, and they're good at what they do.
Best episode ever.
We win.
Now, it was time to return to the battlefield for our investigation. For this go-round, we brought in the big guns to help us out. All right, in tonight's episode, we have special guests performing this investigation with us, so...
Patty?
I'm Patty.
John?
I'm John.
All right, let's hit it.
Let's do this.
It's crazy to look back and think that none of us could ever imagine the amount of paranormal activity we'd bear witness to that night. As we made our way to the location of a Civil War soldier's grave on the property to conduct an EVP session, we encountered something very disturbing. Okay, so we're walking to this grave and we stop because I hear something to my left in the woods. And
Stop to listen.
yeah, we stop to listen, and then what do we hear? A gunshot.
Yep.
And I want you to know, it is 10:01 right now. Only a few moments later, we pick this up while conducting our EVP session in full dark. Listen closely after Anna asks the spirit if they know what happened to them.
Do you know what happened to you?
Dude, another gunshot.
Yeah.
And only a moment later, we picked up the sound of what seems to be a harmonica, followed by another gunshot.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. With our lights back on, it was time to walk the path taken by Civil War soldiers and see what evidence we could find. Still, we were in shock over the amount of activity we just experienced. Okay, so we're walking the Patterson Trail right now, the same trail walked by Civil War soldiers, and the claims of hearing gunfire, battle sounds all around is absolutely true.
Absolutely.
I mean, we're hearing gunshots here, there.
Yeah, and here is the main road. So
Yeah.
there shouldn't be anything coming from over there, even if there is someone in the woods.
Yeah, and not at 11 o'clock at night either. I mean,
No. So even the sounds we're hearing coming from the woods and I think what's significant is we were mentioning earlier is the gunshots will sound close and then far and
Yeah.
then to the right of us, to the left of us,
Yeah.
in front of us, behind us. They're everywhere.
everywhere. So
Yeah.
we're gonna walk this trail a little ways and see what we can detect. Watch out here, that's very muddy. As we continued deeper into the woods, we were stopped in our tracks by more gunfire, which was seemingly getting closer. What's your step here?
Oh my God.
Dude!
That was so loud.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's getting closer.
Yeah.
As we trekked deep into the woods, deeper into the path these soldiers took, we picked up something heartbreaking on our spirit box.
So right after I asked, what happened to you, our spirit box picked up the word ghost, which just seems really heartbreaking to all of us.
And we feel like this is a fitting note to end our investigation on. While the sounds of gunfire, voices, and instruments being played in the moment may be alarming, overall, in retrospect, we can't help but feel saddened for these poor souls. While we get to wrap up our investigation, go back to our warm homes, and be with our loving families, these men are still at battle, more than 100 years after the war ended.
It's true that Carnifex Ferry Battlefield State Park is a beautiful memorial to the men who fought and died for a cause greater than themselves. But it's also so much more than that. In true West Virginia fashion, it's become a place for families to play and explore, to take in the natural marvels that surround them. And if the history that made this place, if some small tether to the past, some trace of the other world lingers here, well, that's just part of what makes West Virginia so full of wonder.
They say a storm's a-comin', a dark and stormy night. There's something living in the mountains, something calling from the skies. I guess one might just say it's a weird and wonderful life. When you share your home with monsters, Mothman and the Bigfoot too, you'd better watch out where you're going, Golly Gobbler might get you. You can run, but you can't hide from this weird and wonderful life.